Hey everybody, this is Charlie from Charlie Cobra Reviews, and this is going to be our review for Made in Abyss, the anime series. Now, the Abyss is a huge gaping chasm stretching down into the depths of the earth, filled with mysterious creatures and relics from a time long past, raising countless questions. How did it come to be? What lies at the bottom? Countless brave individuals known as Delvers have sought to solve these mysteries, fearlessly descending into its darkest realms. An orphan young girl, Rico, and a humanoid robot, Reg, begin their adventure to descend into the titular abyss that leads deep into the earth in hopes of finding her mother. Now, this show is definitely going to be on my list as one of the best anime of all time. The animation is beautiful and the character designs were definitely misleading or deceptive in how cute and chibi-ish that they look in comparison to how the story or plot goes. This was definitely a tearjerker in my opinion, and such a really great show. I personally haven't seen any of the movies that come after it, but I hear that two of them, Made in Abyss, Journey's Dawn, and Wandering Twilight, are actually just recaps of the series, and the third movie, Dawn of the Deep Soul, is actually something different. Not sure if it's a prequel or sequel because I didn't want to read any spoilers before watching it. As I was saying before, not to hype it up too much, but this was definitely a really great anime. From the animation to the soundtrack or musical score, to the concept and plot. I really like the characters too. Rico is, so smart and determined, and Reg has the whole Born Yesterday thing going on with amnesia, which is a little cliche, but he still comes out being a pretty cool character too. The anime has a lot of beautiful and unique scenery and landscapes, and it really feels like you go with them on the journey, which only heightens the ups and downs of the adventure, which gets surprisingly dark for how cheery it seems from a lot of the pictures I've seen of it. I would get into more of the details, but I don't want to spoil anything. Definitely gave me some Studio Ghibli vibes, and I can't recommend it enough for people who like anime like Princess Mononoke and Madoka Magica. I give it a solid 9, which I think is not a first for me because I usually don't give anything higher than an 8. But I'm sure that there's things you can find wrong with it. But for me, it was the whole experience from beginning to end that really sealed it for me. Alright, so this is going to be our review for the spoiler section where I go a little bit more in depth to some of the details. Like I said, this was such a great anime, and I had a really great time watching it with my brother who showed it to me. It has beautiful animation, and the musical score really adds to the ambience and, the awesome world building that they did when they made this anime. So the whole thing with this anime is that the people in it live in a town called Orth that exists on this island around a giant pit in the ground. And when I say giant, I mean gigantic. This pit is not only huge in circumference, but is also very deep, something like 12,000 meters or around 40,000 feet, which would make it deeper than the Mariana Trench. In this world, there are explorers who go down into the abyss to explore its many mysteries, and also to bring back ancient relics of a long-lost civilization. These relics are worth money, and the orphans that are the main characters in this anime do this kind of like a job, while they live at the orphanage called Belchero Orphanage in the town of Orth. People that explore into the abyss are called cave raiders or delvers, and they have a lot to deal with besides the dangerous creatures and the arduous descent. There's also the curse of the abyss, which gets worse the deeper you go. It's a very mysterious and potentially deadly side effect of having ventured into the abyss, and because of it, there are very few people who have gone down into the lower depths and returned. The only way I can explain it is that it's similar to deep underwater diving, and how if you don't decompress, it can damage your lungs or even kill you. There's also a class system put in place that classifies the different cave raiders by experience or capability, and it uses different colored whistles to differentiate them, which comes into play a lot later into the anime. But basically, white whistles are of the highest rank and considered legendary delvers, who are also given a title. The main character is named Rico. She's a small 12-year-old girl who's blonde, with glasses, and her mother is a legendary white whistle named Liza the Annihilator. Rico is obsessed with exploring the abyss and has plans to reach the bottom and see her mother who never returned. The other main character is Reg, who is a robot or cyborg, and like I mentioned earlier, he has amnesia and no memories of anything before being found by Rico. The anime may seem pretty chibi and innocent, but believe me, their journey isn't for the faint of heart, and so much happens in such a short amount of time over the 13 episodes. That being said, you definitely need to give this anime a chance. It has beautiful animation, a great soundtrack and musical score, and a gripping plot that advances the characters through obstacles and dangers the further they go into the abyss. This anime definitely gets my must-see seal of approval, and I give it a 9. I really can't wait to see what they have in store for the other movie that I still haven't seen yet, but you can bet I'll be putting a review for that too. Thanks for taking the time out of your busy day and checking out this review. Remember to like the video and subscribe to our channel to keep up to date on our latest videos, and hit that notification button if you don't want to miss any. Also, make sure to follow us on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And if you like watching video games, check out our live streams on Twitch, where we're streaming every day, and our other channel here on YouTube, where we post the streams at a later time. I'm Charlie Cobra, and have a great day.